Hello there, wrestling fans. I'm about to hand in my WrestleMania 26 predictions. There have been so much talk on my channel. I got PMs and comments about WrestleMania. I've talked it to pieces, and I am so looking forward for this pay-per-view extravaganza. I believe they will so blow away WrestleMania 25, which was an okay pay-per-view. It was a good pay-per-view, but it did not live up to the original and the general WrestleMania hype. I believe WWE would go out of their way to overdo last year's WrestleMania. And look, if you look to the card, they definitely will. There is more or less no match that I do not care about. I am more or less emotionally attached to all of the matches in one way or another. Almost. People have asked me about my predictions. I've been thinking back and forth and back and forth. Now I'm gonna hand them in. This is before I've seen the last Monday Night Raw, which could tell me something about the conclusion of the matches come WrestleMania, but not for sure. However, I will start handing them in right away. We can start with the match, the triple threat match, Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, Teddy DiBiase. Back in October, I predicted that Randy Orton was going to face Teddy DiBiase at WrestleMania. That would be for the title. I hoped back then that did not happen, but we did at least get almost that match that I predicted some 6 months ago. I believe Randy Orton will go over here. Perhaps it could be Teddy DiBiase on the other hand, but I wonder, would Randy Orton not win a match at WrestleMania when he faces two mid-carders? He will at least not then take the pin. That would be for Cody Rhodes if Teddy DiBiase wins. I think I'll come back to that match. I'll have to figure a little bit more out about that. We'll go on Triple H versus Sheamus. This is, well, I believe Triple H will win. Sheamus beating the top guy of the year on the grandest stage of them all. That's not gonna happen already, even though he definitely has gotten the rub from Triple H. Triple H will what you say? He will prevail. That was the word I was looking for. He will prevail in this match. Because if Sheamus wins, that's a little bit too quick, and if he wins this match, there is more or less only one way to go from here for him from there, and that's downhill, because then he has already done the biggest thing you can do in the wrestling business right now, and that's mainly beat the top guy at the grandest stage. So Triple H will go over in this match. We'll go on to Sheamus versus R-Truth and John Morrison. That's extremely hard to predict as well. It really looks like they are promoting the Morrison R-Truth tag team, but on the other hand, will Sheamus lose already? I don't think so. So Sheamus will go over. At least I can predict that Sheamus will keep the titles from this pay-per-view. So Sheamus will keep the belts. Then we go into the Money in the Bank match, which as of now has 9 competitors. From Raw we'll see, I believe it's Christian, Jack Swagger, Evan Bourne, and MVP. From SmackDown we've got Kane, Matt Hardy, Shelton Benjamin, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre. That's 9 guys, I believe that's them. People are talking, will there be 10 guys in the match? Will Kofi Kingston come in addition to the match, be an addition to this match and make it 10 guys? I don't know. I believe somewhat Kofi Kingston is a prime example of what happens when you push a guy too fast. People say, let him go for the belt. No way. The guy has got about 3 years of wrestling experience. Compare that to a guy like Drew McIntyre, who's got almost 10 years, I believe. Same with Sheamus, he's got over 10 years of wrestling experience internationally. Kofi Kingston's only got 3 years, and that's in the FCW and the WWE. That won't do. And I mean, he does botch a lot in his matches against Randy Orton. We all know about that botch back in January, where he didn't follow command, and recently he made Batista bleed in the match, and 2 weeks back he made Chavo Guerrero bleed. And I don't think he's entertaining anymore. They need to recreate him from the mid-card or something, because it seems like he's burned all the momentum out. And once again, I believe that's what will happen when a guy has that little experience. So it might be that WWE is de-pushing him a little bit in order to build him up again. And also, as I said, it's more effective if they only have 9 guys, because then it should be 8 guys plus Drew McIntyre. That builds for more heat for Drew McIntyre, whom, by the way, I'm completely astonished at how much he has lost recently. 3 damn matches. It's not that I'm a big Drew McIntyre fan, but for crying out loud, he's the Intercontinental Champion. And he's lost 3 matches. when you're a champion, you're not supposed to lose a match at all. And if you do, well, once, just once, but 3 matches. 3 matches, and he's the Intercontinental Champion. I can't get over that. That's wow. In this match, I believe, perhaps, however, they will let Drew McIntyre win. It could be for Christian and then have him turn heel, but it's either Christian or Drew as I see it. I will stick my chin out and I'll say Drew McIntyre in this bout. Then we'll go on to Chris Jericho versus Edge for the title. Easy one. I believe Edge will win in order to gain him the Royal Rumble momentum WWE is looking for. When you win Royal Rumble, about 70% of the winners have gone to win the big one, as they say in this video package for Royal Rumble. And the 2 last years, the winners of that match haven't won the title. So I believe it's time for Edge to win. He will win the title. The Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels. There's so much controversy into who's gonna win. Somebody has to win and somebody's got to lose, like Vince McMahon said about Hulk Hogan versus Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6 and that DVD for Ultimate Warrior, the self-destruction of Ultimate Warrior. However, I believe The Undertaker will win, Shawn Michaels will retire. Everything looks like it. I mean, he's been asking for a release or stepping down for years. He's in a bad health. I believe his contract goes out about now, and he's just got his DVD out. Why did they promote that right now and not wait? Well, maybe because he won't be around after WrestleMania. So I believe Undertaker will win this match. Not sure, but I can see that Shawn Michaels will break that streak. They should do it to let someone else have a future, a bright future, and have the Undertaker's streak, break that streak as a stepping stone. But I don't know. But I believe Undertaker will win. You never know until it's over. Then we've got John Cena versus Batista. This one's really hard as well because Batista won at SummerSlam, and you got a pretty hard time to believe that Batista will go 2-0 against John Cena. On the other hand, should he lose the title so quickly? Batista is also on his last months, I believe, on his contract, last year at least, and he said he want to go out strong. So I believe he's in for a long title reign, and I believe that Batista will win. I believe Batista will win this belt and retain the belt. Will win this match. At least he will retain, and I don't see anyone lose by disqualification in a title match at WrestleMania. I don't believe that has ever happened, nor a count out. So Batista keeps the title. Then we'll go back to Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes versus Ted DiBiase, and wow, I'll say this card is really hard to predict compared to all other pay-per-views. I watched Destination X earlier today, much easier, and the Destination X pay-per-view was kind of good, but let's not talk about that right now. I mean, I don't believe Cody Rhodes will win. It's either Orton or Ted DiBiase. Could it be Ted DiBiase? I say Ted DiBiase. That's also sticking my chin out, but I say Ted DiBiase will win this match. Bret Hart versus Vince McMahon. Bret Hart will win. Maybe a special guest referee to not repeat the screw job that happened in Montreal. I mean, for sure, I'm realistic here. Bret Hart would really want someone he could trust as the referee, because what if Vince McMahon, that's unthinkable. That's of course unthinkable. What if Vince would actually screw Bret Hart again? That's so off the charts, and so out of the box that, I mean, I can see that it's gonna happen, but still, he's gonna pull one over Vince, and he's gonna get his big. Perhaps they will have a Shawn Michaels Bret Hart farewell send-off after WrestleMania. That would be classy. On the other hand, Bret Hart, since returning to WWE, has not been in Canada so far, and I know WWE is going to Toronto for a Raw in May, so maybe they will have Shawn Michaels farewell send-off like they had Ric Flair the day after WrestleMania, and then in May Bret Hart will get his final send-off in Toronto, in Canada land, and we know that Toronto fans and audiences are crazy. And CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio. Unfortunately, Rey will win because he is Superman 619 and he can't lose. No matter how big the guys he faces are, He will always beat them down. It doesn't matter if they are 1 and weighs 100 pounds, or if they are one guy and weighs 500 pounds, Ray can beat him down, or it doesn't matter if there's 25 guys, because Ray can beat them down as well. So Ray will beat CM Punk at WrestleMania and not become a member of Straight Edge Society, because I really don't want him in there, because he's gonna ruin it. I love seeing the Straight Edge Society, but Ray is just gonna mess it all up if he's in there. Just think about it. So that's my predictions. Hope you can share yours as well. It will be interesting to hear. And thank you for watching, and have a nice day.